How can you increase your chances of getting better at guitar faster? How can you increase your motivation by looking backwards? That's what we'll talk about today, and there'll also be a bit of music. Hello and welcome to another video. My name is Elmo Karjalainen, and you can call me this guy if that's tricky to pronounce. It's indeed a pleasure to have you along in this, our old studio. So what I'm going to be doing today is I'm going to be saying farewell to the old studio, last video in the old studio. This is the room where I recorded the first video I ever uploaded on YouTube. And originally I was just going to play the song that I did, the first song that I did on my YouTube channel, which is called Chromatic Tuna, and I've actually already done that, so you're going to hear that song. But then I thought that this would be a good moment to actually teach a bit of a lesson and actually show you how development can look. Well, in this case, actually look. Now, I know many people have problems with the fact that they think that they're not progressing, maybe not at all, or maybe not fast enough, and that can be a serious issue for some people. And that's what I want to address today. But before all that, I'm just going to play the song. I've already done it! I'm just going to play the song Chromatic Tuna from my first album called Unintelligent Designs. And after that, I'm going to talk about maybe a bit of the old studio as well, but mostly about living forward by looking backward. So, here's the song. Okay, so that was Chromatic Tuner from Unintelligent Designs. That was the first video I ever uploaded on YouTube ages ago. I hope I'm not making a mistake here, because that would be stupid. Anyway, I think it was the first song I recorded. And like I said, it's a bit of a farewell to this old place, which you've seen in my videos, different parts of it. And because we're moving house, basically my old video studio has already been moved. It's not set up properly in the new place. But we've had this old studio for 25 years, which is a huge chunk of my life. So it's a good moment to actually look back as well. I was a teenager when we moved here, and yeah, done all sorts of stuff here. One of the coolest things was playing with Mike Keneally late in the night after he'd had a gig in town. That was great. I'll never forget that, even though well, let's just say it was fun. And Mike is a great musician. If you haven't listened to him, go check him out. He's played with Steve Vai, Frank Zappa, the other way around actually, Frank Zappa, then Steve Vai, and he's played with Joe Satriani. Now he's playing with Devin Townsend, so he must know a few things. But anyway, to the matter at hand, first of all, I hope you enjoyed the song, but I've made a playlist of a few songs or a few videos from my YouTube history so far that showcase a very, very important thing, especially if you're feeling like you're not progressing fast enough, be it on guitar or anything else. Now, I don't have too many clips to show you of my progress on guitar, but I do have my whole YouTube video history, which you can check through. So I've picked a few ones that kind of show the development of the visual side of it all. Now, I'm still not a brilliant kind of videographer. I've gotten tons better at it, but there are people who are actual proper people who make videos or films. I guess it's called videographers, and there are people who are better photographers than me, a whole bunch of them. But if you look back at that first video, it doesn't look great. And actually, I think at some point my videos even started looking worse. And that's sometimes kind of the case. You can take one step forward and 2 steps back during your kind of when you progress with any activity. Now, making videos is no different. It's just a skill that you can learn, which I've been slowly learning. Learning by failing, learning by doing. I think you shouldn't be afraid of learning by failing. Failing is so healthy. And if you look back at my old videos, like I said, there's a playlist below in the comments. The pinned comment is a playlist where you can check out. This is the last video, and the first video is the same song that I played. And then there's all sorts of stuff in between. And it looks absolutely terrible. The thing is that the actual content itself has been good, at least in my opinion. Some might disagree. Hello, Marshall Code fans. But the delivery hasn't. The delivery has become better. So, not maybe in terms of guitar playing, because I'd already been doing that for ages when I started the YouTube channel. But my speaking to the camera, the whole lighting thing, basically everything to do with the video itself has improved dramatically when you compare the first video to this video, and there have been kind of stumbling blocks along the way. The hurdles that I've gotten over, and videos have gradually looked better. And for you people who think you're not progressing fast enough, you are. Look back a year. If you recorded yourself playing your instrument or whatever it is that you're doing, there will be an improvement. It might not be huge, depends on the amount of time you've spent practicing, but there will be a significant improvement during a year. That's, for most people, that would be true. We learn at different speeds, yes, we do, but we all learn. So don't get disheartened by the fact that you think you're not progressing fast enough. And here's the kind of the big point. Enjoy what you're doing. I have a whole series on the psychology of playing. I'll link that as well in the description and the comments, and there's a card here somewhere where I talk about a lot of this stuff. But if you enjoy what you're doing, you will of course continue progressing, but the kind of the goal will become slightly less relevant. Why are we doing this? It's for some form of enjoyment. We're playing an instrument because we like it. We love it. It's just great. We might have goals. We might want to become the next Yngwie Malmsteen. We might want to be the best guitar player in the world. But it's actually, that would be a finite game, kind of race, where there's an end product, when actually the only end that this race has for us, my guitar playing has for me, is when I can't play anymore, when it's physically impossible for me to play. As long as I can, I will continue enjoying it, and I might reach my goals. I might not. I might reach a totally different goal than I had thought. I never became the greatest guitar player on the planet because during the way I kind of figured out that there is no such thing. Secondly, there are people who do what I do better. At least more people like it. I like Yngwie Malmsteen's playing so much that, yeah, I don't consider myself close to that. On a good day I can do something really good, and I can do something different to him, and that's another point. But the big one is that I really enjoy what I do. Now, I've failed in becoming the greatest. I'm not playing stadiums. No one is. I'm not selling truckloads of records. No one is. No one's selling records. But so in that sense I have failed, kind of, but I've succeeded way beyond my wildest dreams, actually, because I get to do what I love. It was my dream to become a rock star, but kind of the realistic dream was to find a job that I really like, and that was it. I get to actually do what I love. So I make these videos, I play music, I teach music at elementary school, which is, granted, it's not what I had in mind, but it's a great job. I really like it. It's not the same as being a rock star. I'd still choose that over being a teacher. But it's not a failure. It's a different kind of success because I really, really like it. So, look back at what you've done and realize that you are making progress. The goal that you have, be it Yngwie Malmsteen or whatever, is basically only there not so that you can win, but it's there as a kind of beacon. It serves as your map, where it is you're going, which direction, so that you can measure your success. And you measure your success by the fact that you're actually making progress, and that again is something that you can do by looking backwards. So look back at my crummy old videos, the ones that I started with, and look at the progress, and you'll see there's progress there. And there's progress from my videos, there's been progress in my guitar playing, there's been progress in my delivery, the way I speak to a camera, lighting, everything set up, and it's not about gear as much as it is about me learning. And the same is true for your guitar playing. You're much better than when you started, and you're much better than, well, a year ago if you've been practicing. If you haven't, basically if you haven't been making progress, you've not been practicing enough. Sorry, there's no substitute for work. So that's the last one in the old studio. It feels weird and actually a bit sad because I've grown up in this place. But like I said, check out the other videos, check out the playlist with the psychology of playing, or just check out some of my music. You can find it all over my channel. Will be set up in a new place by the time you see this video, and I hope you enjoyed it. Hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, comment, let me know about your progress and what you thought. Support me on Patreon, and yeah, if you want to, you can join my Guitar Academy. There's a link below where I do lessons. See you, take care, bye.